Okay, welcome to your Stride Sync pre-race linked optimization program. So I want to just show you how the professionals can lengthen out their body, make sure they're even and straight, ready to go for the race so that you can initiate movement from higher in the body and be more efficient and have your best race. So what you can do is literally just press play on this video and we'll talk you through it. You'll start to get to know it pretty quickly, so you won't have to watch it every single time, but I'm going to play it now, right? So first things first is we're going to get you to lie down and check your body contacts. So it's basically feeling the weight of your head. See how it feels. Feel the weight of your shoulders. What they're like on the right-hand side compared to the left-hand side, where they're ridgy and hard, where they're more flat and flush. Smaller the back, so you've got your little arch underneath that back. So what's the size of that arch on the left side compared to the right side? Are they even? Is one side higher? Just be aware, okay? It's a really good little reference point. Very commonly one side will be higher. If they're even, then just be aware where they're lifted off. So where they're lifted off that arch of the back. Then through your butt, what's in contact through the back of the thighs? Is one thigh more in contact than the other? Right down to your calves. So is it the middle of one calf and the outside of another calf? You're just starting to feel the symmetry in your body, and you've got a memory of exactly what that feels like. So keep that in your head. Remember, you're better off to do this on like a hardish floor, or you can do it on a carpeted floor. Bed is okay, but you won't get the same reference. Then you're bending this knee up and you start to rotate across. So it's just very small movements first. And see when she's doing this, there's slightly sort of jerky movements. You're always trying to smooth them out, okay? So you're coming across the body, so facing the roof across the body like that. And then you're also kind of almost heading that way. So it's almost like a corkscrew action. The knee is headed towards the foot on the other side. And then each movement pattern just gets a little bit further. So a centimetre further. See, the butt is starting to lift off here. And then it's starting to rotate higher. So butt's lifting off. The movement is up to about that level there. Literally, like if you imagine your spine like a corkscrew, and each vertebrae is starting to rotate and rotate higher and higher in the body. So that you can see that up to about that level there. It's rotating further. So smooth and slow. Really important that there's no pain. See, that's starting to get up to almost like upper thoracic type of level. Very slow, facing the roof. Starts to rotate further again. So starting to push off. She's pushing through the toe of that foot. So you don't have to lift this leg up through here. So keep the foot on the ground. Rotating, adding the head when it feels comfy. So try to keep that foot down, okay? Rotating through. See, the head will start to rotate. And relaxing back so head comes back to the roof again. And then keeping the foot down, rotating all the way up. Okay, so they're full body rotations. This right shoulder is starting to get lifted off. And you're almost starting to roll almost a little bit onto your side. Remember, you don't have you don't lift the arm off. Some people lift that arm off. Remember, the whole body will rotate, and the elbow will start to come off, but you don't need to lift that arm off. And then keeping going. Now we're going into the final stage of this side where the rotating is a corkscrew. The head's going the other way. So the head is going that way. The body or the knees going the other way. So it's a corkscrew type of action. So very slow, very smooth. These little Feldenkrais techniques, and the hardest thing is to keep them very, very slow. Okay, rotating corkscrew, and then head back to the front, knee back to the front. Last couple, so rotating, smooth, don't push, no pressure, no strain, no pain. And then you check your body contacts. So remember again, you're starting to think about the weight through your neck and shoulders, how that feels. Be aware of how it feels on the right hand side through the shoulders, the left hand side through the shoulders. Are they same as before? Does one side start to feel almost more in contact? Oftentimes as you move, the right side that she's just moved will start to feel flatter. Then through the small of the back, so again through the back, but that arch through the small of the back, what's the size of that arch like? So again, is the right side, how was it before? Has it started to flatten out? Does it feel warmer and more in contact with the surface? Just be aware. Some people will feel quite dramatic changes. Other people don't, not so much. So remember, there's no right or wrong. Feel your butt, feel your hamstring, feel your calf. Okay, and now we're going to go again. So we're going to start very small with this left hand side. So just literally follow this video, starting to just, the knee comes across just a little bit, slowly back to the roof. See, it's a little bit jerky. So you're trying to smooth that out at all times. Okay, she's starting to get to a point where this hip is going to just lift off just a little bit through here. You can see the rotation starting to come up into that kind of lower lumbar section. Very slow, very smooth. The movement through the nervous system is what does the work. Remember, this is not a stretch, okay? Starting to rotate further up. And then always back to the roof. She's moved up to about that level there. So it's rotating, remember, one vertebrae at the time. So the lower staff, then it rotates further up through the back. Slowly back to the roof again. She's getting to a point where that head is starting to move with it. So just as it feels natural, the head can move to the right. Okay. Back to the roof. So head back, knee across, rotating right through upper thoracic as well. So this is getting much higher in the body. Back to the front. Rotating head, neck, shoulders. She can, just comfy again. So it's almost like when I'm doing this, I'll almost be feeling like you're almost rolling onto your side just a little bit. So see that left shoulder starting to drift off. She pulled that off there. You don't need to pull it off. It will just rotate through. So just use the movement. And now corkscrewing. Head back to the roof. So leg over, head to the opposite side now. The corkscrews. Don't push, no stretch or strain. Remember, the movement and the nervous system is doing this work. Very slowly, we're just doing our last couple. And then slowly back. So movement, don't have to push. The rule is absolutely no pain. So again, if you're doing these and you're getting pain at a certain level, don't go beyond them. The movement will often lengthen, and then you can go further than that. But if you push, it won't have the same effect. So then it's just going through your contacts again. So weight of the head. So you're feeling the weight of the head. Very commonly, you'll feel like the head is heavier because everything started to free up. Shoulders, again, where were they ridgy and hard first off? Now what are they like? Are they more flat and flush? Are they more even left and right? Again, a lot of people, you'll feel it warmer, more flat and flush. if you don't stress. That's the small of the back that you're aware of. So again, what's the size of that arch in the small of the back? So that arch underneath there. Again, you'll find that you will often feel like you flatten. So you'll flatten often through the left lumbar, the right lumbar. You'll feel more warm and flat through the shoulders, through your butt, even through your hamstrings and your calves. So it's a longer, flatter body. And what that is doing is starting to enable you to initiate from higher. So I'll just pause that. You're starting to have a longer, straighter body so that this diaphragm through here, diaphragm through there, and your length through your hip flexors through here is actually longer, because those hip flexors, when they're longer, it means that your back will feel flatter on the ground. So from a performance perspective, it means that you can initiate movement from T12 level, this higher level, rather than a less athlete that will initiate from hip flexors and hips. Okay, so if you can initiate from higher, then you can basically have longer levers, be more efficient, be faster, have better endurance, and just have a better run. So that's the way the professionals use to literally lengthen out their bodies pre-race, and they can check that they're symmetrical and long. They're going into the race with the same long straight body every single time. So thanks for listening to the Stride Sync pre-race linked optimization program. Remember, you can press play and do it anytime. Very quickly you'll start to just know how to do it, and you can link in for all your runs. I'm Paul from BL Physio. I'll catch you in another video real soon. For an A race, I would do it when you wake up in the morning, and then an hour to a half an hour before your race.